Hi you guys, welcome back to Well-Versed Creations. Today we're going to be decorating this beautiful grapevine wreath, and I went around and found some really gorgeous fall florals to put on it. I love the drapey look of these. And of course I've got to bring in some of that blue-green tone. It's my fave. Goes great with fall. And I even found these really pretty velvety pumpkins. Not sure what I'm going to use yet, but here's some more that are focal points in this arrangement. Orange pumpkin as well. And cabbage, because ornamental cabbage are in bloom this time of year as well. And I just love them. I think they're so fun. So let's get started. I'm trying to cut this. Look how thick this is along here. And I can't do it. So I went downstairs in my husband's shop and I found these. And even these won't cut through this. So funny story with these. One year my husband was trying to wrap Christmas presents and he could find no scissors. And I usually put like a pair of scissors in every junk drawer. And believe me, I have a lot of junk drawers. So I asked him, honey, what do you want for Christmas? And he goes, scissors. I want some scissors that are always in the drawer. That's all I ask, scissors. So my daughter thought that was just hilarious. And when we went to Home Depot, she came running up with these and said, Mom, I have to get these as a joke. So we did, and she stuck them in his Christmas stocking. And we had the receipt. We thought we were taking these back because we were just doing it as a joke. And he loves them. But I don't know what they're for because they're not for cutting florals. So I have had to take this apart at the top. I already did one of these and cut these little tiny pieces rather than the nice big one, which would have been better, more convenient, but this is what we have to do sometimes. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm adding this kind of a sagey aqua color. I love these. And I'm just tucking them in up here into the wreath. I haven't glued anything yet. I just kind of like to get a feel for it. And I want them to hang off of the wreath a little bit. I think that's really pretty. So all I'm doing is I put the first one up kind of high, and then I started with another one. And then this one is gonna go down just a little bit lower so that I get that cascading effect. Then I think I'm going to work with these and just mix them in. And it's nice because I can bend these. If they're sticking too straight out, I can fix that. And I'm gonna do kind of the same thing and just nestle them in between these aqua ones. And I'm kind of purposely picking the longer, drapier pieces. Okay, and then I'm gonna bend those a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with this gold. Ooh, I like that. That's gorgeous in there. It's gonna be one of those wreaths that is kind of on one side, and then this is left just with the beautiful grapevine showing. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just tucking some of the branches in that are gonna go up and out away from the center of the wreath, because I think it'll look good with a few up here as well. I'm gonna put this beautiful teal in. And I think I wanna tuck this rust colored one kind of in the back. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I think it's looking beautiful. A little bit here on the top. Now I'm gonna add the focal point right here. And I do think I like this big white pumpkin. Oh, I think that's really cute. Okay, so, and then, let's see about this cabbage. It may be too large, but I think it could go in right under there. And this is just, it's kind of a plasticky silk feeling. Got it at Hobby Lobby. All these florals I got it either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I like that. Okay, what else do we want? I don't know, I think this one might be too big. I think I like those together. Let's glue them. Okay, now I'm going to deal with this bottom. It's not the greatest for inserting it into a floral arrangement, but I found this nice hefty branch right here, and I'm just gonna pull it out a little bit and scoot this in there. And then I'll just add some florals around it so it's not real obvious, because that puts it at a really nice angle on the wreath. Okay, I think I got a better idea than cutting this. I bent it really good. Move this so you can see. Just gave it a good bend. And I am just going to poke it down in between the branches, and that will actually hold it in place really well. I may not use a lot of glue with this. And the convenient thing about not using too much glue is that then I can change this up if I ever want to. Okay, it's looking good. I think I want this little pumpkin kind of facing up this way, but it doesn't have anything to insert it with, so I am going to make something for it. And I have one of these that I cut off of a different floral, and I'm gonna add that to the bottom of this so that I can poke it down in between the branches like I've done with all the other flowers. Okay, so I'm just gonna start a hole with the tip of my scissors here. And then I think I can just insert this. See, and then it's also got some bend to it. But I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue, a little hot glue, just to make sure it stays in place. Okay, so now I'm going to add this altered pumpkin, we'll call it. I want it just a little bit closer to our white pumpkin. Okay, so I think this is looking really good now. We've got our cabbage. Big pumpkin, little pumpkin, and lots of stuff dangling off. I'm liking it. What I'm going to do is bring the florals that I inserted into the top of the wreath. I'm going to bring them down a little bit, because running into a little snag with this, remember the base of this was way too wide. Sometimes in a craft project, as you probably know, you have to go with what is. And I had a big enough branch to hold it in place, but it was a little lower than I anticipated. So all I'm gonna do is bring my upper florals down a little bit to compensate. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I think it's looking beautiful. I've got some really pretty ribbon that I'm gonna add to it. And I just think that's gonna be lovely for the fall season. Okay, so I'm back and I got my ribbon, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make a bow for our wreath. So I'm just gonna start out with a loop. This is wired, which makes it really helpful. I'm actually gonna leave a little bit of a piece hanging off the end. I don't know how long I want it, so I'm gonna leave a piece, and it can be trimmed later. So I'm gonna make a loop. I'm gonna kind of try it in our wreath. I think that's pretty good size in there. Maybe just a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna twist it twice so that I get this is one-sided ribbon. And then I'm gonna make the middle piece, which is smaller. And then I'm going to twist it again. And make another loop that matches the one on this side. So I think I like that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put that right in here. And then I'm also gonna put some other loops in throughout. So I'm gonna leave another piece. Okay, so I have a little piece of wire here. It's just real fine so that I can wire this ribbon together. So I have just pinched these and put the wire around it and twisted it. Now I'm going to play with it and just see how much of the part that is left I will need. So I think this is going to go right here. But I'm going to go ahead and cut my ribbon. I'm going to fold it in half at the end. And it makes a really cute decorative end. You can also just cut it at an angle if you prefer that. Here it is again. Okay, I'm going to insert the wire on this, and I'm just running it down between some of the grapevine branches, so it's not going to be visible from the front of the wreath. And I'm just kind of going by feel. Then I'm just getting a hold of the other side, poking it through as well, and then I'm just twisting those into place. And that way it's not glued in, so if I need a ribbon change, I can sure do that. So then with these other pieces, it's fun just to kind of weave those around on your arrangement. And I just kind of work them in other parts of the floral design. They just show up as little glimpses of beauty. And the cool thing about wired ribbon is you can scrunch it up a little bit, which I think it makes it look even prettier. So here that is down below. And then I've got a little bit left over for the top as well. Okay, so here's our ribbon. And we've got our nice drapiness, a little bit of ribbon dressed it up real nicely, I think. Tied it all in together with the teal. Back up a little bit so you can see it real good. Okay, I'm liking it. I found lights. I'm so happy. And look how tiny the little battery part is. It's perfect. So what I'm gonna do, and these have just a stay setting, so they just stay on, off, and then flash. So I think this is going to add a lot of fun to this arrangement. And I think I can just, I'm going to angle this so you guys can see. Okay, so I think I'm going to add, where can I tuck the battery pack? It has to be accessible, because it may need a change of batteries. So I'm literally going to tuck it under a branch. And it is right behind there, and it's hidden. Then I'm just gonna run these cute little lights they are wired as well, so they can be bent a little bit, which makes it really nice too. They do tangle up though. Okay, so we have our lights, and this is it with them flashing. This is it with it just staying on, which I think I prefer. But this is kind of fun too. But I think I'm going to add one more strand. I did get two because they're kind of short, and so the little access is right there. Super easy. I can just pull it right out and replace the batteries if I need to. And it just adds that little bit of sparkle at night and in the evening. I love that. Okay, so I've tucked the little battery pack in on the second strand. And this will make it fun because I wanted a little bit more of a lighted element right here where the focal point of the arrangement is. Okay, here it is with the lights on stay. And then here it is with them flashing. And then back on stay. And I've just got the little battery packs tucked right in behind the ball. Easy access for a nice access for a battery change or a whole new light strand if needed. So I just love this because adding a little bit of lights to every decor gives us that whimsy that we all love. So here it is hanging on the wall, our beautiful lighted wreath. I've also added this sunflower. I just thought it screamed fall, doesn't it? And I went ahead and changed out the ribbon for this burlap ribbon. I thought it would be good to present an alternative for you. I found that ribbon at, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and I just thought it added a little bit of a fall touch that maybe would be preferable to some people if they didn't like the teal. So I hope you've enjoyed this whole tutorial, and I hope you venture out and make your own fall floral wreath that has lights because, like I said, it really adds that whimsy and just that ambiance to the evening, and they're even beautiful during the day. And if you so choose, poke a little sunshine in there.